An easy tip when you go shopping is to throw a bunch of canvas bags, cloth bags into your trunk and keep them there, and you'll always have one handy. It's still astounding to me how much packaging products have on them. I mean, do we really need that much plastic? So try and find products that aren't just, sealed in, Fort Knox of plastic. It's ridiculous. Buying local, very important. It's not being shipped a long way. It's not being picked when it's unripe. And a great thing that's happening now across America is farmers markets are in vogue. It's a wonderful way to eat organic if possible, or local farm-raised products.
These are my green tips, but I want to hear yours. If you have some way to save energy, save natural gas, electricity, water, save the environment, please write us at onbegleystreet.com.
Let's go. It's a long drive to the South Gate, honey.
Now, why again am I going?
Honey, they're expecting you. That's why it's going to be a nice family outing. They want to see us there.
Family outing in South Gate? Well,
yeah.
They don't need me,
honey,
they need
you need to see firsthand how they do this. It's a wonderful process. You're going to love it. It's very entertaining.
Entertaining?
Well, it's very informative. It may not be very entertaining at all, but it's certainly informative.
Okay.
I had already been to the IRS yard with Richard, and to go back with the family. I wanted them to see firsthand how this works.
They want us to come. I promised the family it'd come. So
family
let's
outing
give them what they asked for.
Where's Hayden?
Wait a second. Where's Hayden?
Hayden!
So, Richard, tell me what we're going to be doing today.
Okay, today we're sorting the debris that we've taken out of buildings much like your house. We have a pile back here of all of the debris. We're going to take the excavator, going to take a big clamshell load and dump it into this. This is called a finger screen.
Okay.
What it does, it's got fingers 3 inches apart that vibrate. Anything smaller than 3 inches falls out, so we don't have to deal with the small stuff on the sort line.
Got it.
Then the larger pieces will go across the sorting belt up to where you guys will be standing up here. Mostly we're going to be going for wood, drywall, metal, and cardboard.
Here we go. We're putting stuff on. Hands clear.
Ed suggests that we go look at this. I'm like, really? When he's hands-on, that means I have to be hands-on.
You have to remember, when we have our full staff on this belt, it's moving twice as fast. Yeah, the debris that we deal with, most facilities send to the landfill.
Take care of your station! You're not very good at this!
What's going on up there in the drywall department?
Come on, soldier, move it, move it, move it!
I thought that was really fun. My mom didn't think so very much, but I thought that was pretty cool.
It's hard work. It is not easy. At first it's sort of challenging, and then it's just like, help, get me out of here. Fine. It was great. I mean, I don't want to do it for a living.
So tell me about this machine. Is this state of the art here?
This is kind of fun. This is actually the prototype. This is the first one of these ever built. This is portable.
Wow. Amazing.
In case of an emergency, a disaster, move one of these onto site, and we can sort the debris and do the diversion there and not just send it all to the landfill without sorting.
There needs to be no throwing things away. Where is away? It might be next door to you or perhaps me. So we want to stop putting stuff in a big pit in the ground called the landfill, use it again and again, and that's what IRS is doing. They're taking these materials, giving them a second life, and a third life, and a fourth life, and many lives for a lot of this material.
Hey, Dad, have you driven one of these before?
I've never driven one of these before, no. Try that again. So this, I imagine, is called a baler.
A baler, yes.
Tell me how it works, Richard.
So you've got the first ram that actually creates the bale that puts, I think this is 10 tons of pressure onto the actual material. And then the second ram, once the bale is formed, pushes the bale out the back end, where we have an automatic wire tie that ties the bale up so it doesn't bounce back to its normal specs, and you just keep pushing.
Once the material is all baled up, and then this nice tight package. Where does it go from there?
It depends on the markets. The metal markets are pretty volatile. Right now, Asia is the #1 buyer of all recyclable materials produced in California.
Aluminum, copper,
paper, cardboard.
Steel?
The steel that we're using today has probably been recycled 20 times already.
Right.
The aluminum has much the same aspects, so does the copper.
It makes sense. You're mining it in the streets of LA and in the demolition projects of LA. You're not going to Jamaica to get bauxite. You're putting energy into remanufacturing, but it's a lot less than going to some place to get bauxite and make it aluminum.
Yes, it is.
Hayden and I met the guy who is the owner of the company, and it is really inspiring, the kind of work they do.
How do you start with something very small and make it as big as this?
Well, I guess the concept of just growing up, we grew up basically recycling, again, bottles, cans, newspaper, to refrigerators, water, boilers, and you can never go wrong by doing what's right.
What is the competition for what you're doing?
You know, literally, we stand alone. I was told that when the recession started that, you know, our problem was we were 6-7 years ahead of everybody, but we've been doing it for 10 years now, you know, and it just keeps escalating, and, you know, it's about the money, but it's not about the money anymore. You know, our landfills are definitely going to be closing here sooner than later.
But we have to do something, and our resources are going to be depleted.
Correct.
Who ever knew that there would be a job like this out there? But, you know, I think it's pretty cool that they're recycling almost everything that they can.
Having been to IRS, it really puts the idea of deconstruction into perspective.
So we expect to take this whole house down. It's probably going to take us about a little bit over a week to do it. Normally we could probably do the house in less time if we did it the old school way where you drive a tractor right through it. So we're going to be doing it the right way. We're going to be taking it down piece by piece, stick by stick, brick by brick. We're going to take it all, we're going to sort everything out. And so that takes a little bit longer time for us to do it the right way.
It's really interesting from Scott saying, hey, I'm going to take your home down, to going to their, you know, facility and seeing it actually taken down and sorted out in piles and usable piles that they'll recycle into some other product. It's really the way things should be.
And this will get a life, another use
This is
somewhere.
all waiting for Habitat for Humanity to come pick it up. They'll send a truck and it'll go straight to their restore.
You make me proud, Richard. Carlos, you guys are doing the Lord's work here. It's really great.
There's lots of countries recycling a lot of different materials. We've had a leadership position here in California for many years. We've recycled a lot of stuff for many years. IRS really opened my eyes and a lot of people's eyes to what's possible rather than bulldozing a home because you want to put a new home up. What happens to all that energy, all those materials? It's gone. Let's give it another life and use it for something else.
Should we tell Rochelle we still have this, or should we keep this our secret?
Keep that your secret, please.
Next time on Begley Street, Rochelle finds out Ed's gone rogue.
Did you know that Ed is going over to Southern California Edison today?
No, he's going tomorrow.
We actually set it up for him today. Ed asked me, he called me, he said, Scott, I need to go today.
No. This will not be unsupervised.
See you next time on Begley Street. On Begley Street is a proud supporter of Greenwish.